Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're doing okay. Welcome into some Grown Folks Lives. What's up, Kevo and Birdman? Good to see you guys. I hope that you got some chicken dinners last night. There was no spot for me. I had logged in, streamed, ready to go play some shooters. Spot never really opened up, so we just ended up playing some college football and getting our road to glory going. So let's talk some OMFL. No, that's not what we're talking. I'm not talking OMFL right now. We're talking just news, gaming news in general. Let me tell you, ain't much out there. It's pretty dry and bare bones out there right now. All right, let's go ahead and talk the college football 26 update. I think there's another update that's coming in just a little bit, but I like that they dropped the blog a couple of days before we actually get the update. And from what I have gathered and understand and watching other content creators who are much more connected than I am, they don't always put everything in here. So if you want to see like every single little detail, I think they added in some new equipment and some new edits that you can make. You can go check out those videos. And I'm even thinking about maybe doing some reaction videos. I've sort of teetered on the edge of that. Some gameplay things. I don't think these were massive bugs that we've seen often, but they were definitely little things that would pop up from time to time. The play art, I didn't get to see this one, but I'm not playing this game 10 times a day, every day for the rest of my life. So I've only played 3-4 games, and I did not see this, but during the home field advantage, if you made some adjustments, pulled up your play art, it would stay. They have fixed that. A rare issue, I wish I would have seen this one. This would have been hilarious, but if you try to hit stick, your player would freeze in the attempt of hit sticking. I think that would be absolutely amazing. Stunts and twists were fixed. You can now do that in the play selection menu, which I think is the much better way of doing that. Too many buttons, too many adjustments. The play clock in college football is already ticking down on you. It's just too much to do. Do it pre-snap. You can pull it up. When you pull up your play, you hold, I think it's triangle, pulls up a menu while you're holding it. You can select the different stunts and twists that you want to pick from there. Maybe we should do a whole video about the different changes that are allowed in the Deuce and the OMFL College League and show everybody what all the things that you can do. There is an issue where sometimes when you would click, it would not give you control of your receiver. We don't play click here, so that didn't really bother us at all. Tuning the animation improvements and physics-based tackling. It's good to see that they're going to constantly tweak that to make that more realistic. I haven't seen anything super weird, but definitely some people have seen some weird stuff. I think the game is what the game is. It's still a video game. It's not going to be absolutely perfect. Fix an issue causing blockers on Power O plays to sometimes take their initial movements in the wrong direction. There's videos out there. You should go check them out. I could probably post them, but the creators who are playing this game a ton, you know, like all in NCAA creators are saying that every play you should pull up your blocking scheme and do a base block adjustment. That the game is set up to do this sort of AI situation where every play they sort of react to what they see. If you base block them, it goes back to sort of the old way where every guy has an assignment in front of them, and they're saying that that's going to give you more improved blocking, especially in the pass game. So definitely look into that, see if that's an adjustment that you want to make. I need to brush up on the Deuce rule set. I feel like it's big, sort of like what we've tried to get away from. They're a little too big. What up, Maniac? So I need to go dig through there. It's hard to keep up with the changes. That's always my struggle. It's a lot of people's struggle when you play in multiple leagues, the different things that you can and can't do. I think a lot of us, Bird, Kevin, I think we talked about like, yeah, rules are those things that you don't read or pay attention to, Bird. So don't worry about it. You'll figure it out when it needs to be figured out. But when you have different rule sets for different leagues, man, it can be really difficult to stay up to and be like, all right, what am I doing? I think a lot of us were like, just do the OMFL rule set and then you'll probably be safe. But with some of these freaking base head crazy players like Mo, like, you better learn what you can and can't do, because you're going to get your absolute stuff rocked if not. In the Dynasty, they reduced the chance of rain. We've yet to play. I think I played one preseason in a test league, so I didn't get to see any of these things. I think it was saying that it'd snow in warm weather and like be warm in cold weather. So they kind of had some things that had to get fixed and messed around there a little bit. Fix an issue where starters who were juniors could decide to transfer during or due to play time. I don't know what that issue was exactly. One of my biggest worries that I'm hearing overall, and we've yet to experience yet, and hopefully Maniac and his team have gotten to look into it, but some teams were having like 35, 45 players transfer. Like that's crazy. And some creators are saying actually only spend half your time recruiting and save your other half slots for the transfer portal. And I know that that's probably very realistic. Look at what Ole Miss did in real life. But man, I don't want to re-recruit my entire team every single year. So hopefully we can tweak that, because there is a slider that allows the power of transfers to work or not work. So hopefully we can find out like the good balance between impactful transfers, but like not replacing 40 of your players every single season, including what you already have to recruit for. Fix an issue where impact blocking. I had a brain fart there for a second. I was showing for fullbacks and redshirt players spreadsheet. Don't know what that was. Preventing players from entering the free practice. I never had this issue at all. I think it was like a little thing that would happen from time to time. And fixed an issue where the game would freeze during overtime when playing the moments. I didn't do any of those things. So they also fixed a couple of these position changes. So running back can now be fullback, running back, offensive line, all the positions, defensive line, all the positions. Even though I would say during my initial scouting, these right edge defenders, they're really lackadaisical because there's no defensive end. Trying to find like a 290-pound defensive end feels like it's not even a reality. They're not out there. So it's like I am recruiting defensive tackles that I know in a 3-4. I'm going to move to defensive end because all these defensive ends are like 230, 220. I'm like, I don't want to run a 3-4 defense with a 230-pound defensive end on the outside edge. Like, give me 240, give me 245, 250, something like that. Linebackers, all the positions. Defensive back, all the positions. Kicker, all the positions. Athlete can now set their initial position without impact of their skill caps. So I haven't messed with this a lot, but I know skill caps are a big issue, both opening up to unlimited and also having it capped off if you move players around. I think they're trying to address that and get that to where it is exactly where it needs to be. So nothing super major. Poor Maniac had to reset the dynasty once again. It feels like it's tradition now. We're going to restart this thing 3-4 times. So just go ahead and be ready for it. Hopefully that's it and we're done. We don't have to reset anymore. Some presentation things. I'm not going through Ultimate Team or Road to Glory. Those are things you can do on your own. We're really about gameplay and dynasty here. So that is your College 26 campus updates. I think they did put in a couple of things where you can edit your, why am I drawing a blank? Equipment. All the words in the world. Nate forgot the word equipment for a second there. This is why there has to be a co-host on here. No one wants to listen to me all the time, and I forget things, and I need time to think. Anyway, that is your College 26 update. There is some other equipment. Super pumped about this one. Madden 26 update. There is none. That's right. July 2nd was our franchise deep dive. Then we got nothing until yesterday, July 24th, which was Ultimate Team. I'm begging them for news. We need something from EA. Give us some freaking news. Maximum Football's out there. I've downloaded this. It's free to play. Man, this snow, I think we've cranked that up a little much, unless like this is the apocalypse snowstorm of the century. When it's calf deep, maybe it's turned up a little too high, Maximum. I love that there's a competitor out there. I do like a lot of the things they're trying to do, especially on the customizing side. I just personally feel like this game is unplayable. Like 5 minutes into playing this game, I can't handle it. The gameplay, the movement is not there. It isn't even remotely there. It feels unplayable to me unless you just have this blind hatred for anything EA and you just will play anything at all. Then maybe you'll like this game. I can't play it for longer than 10 minutes. I can't pass. I can't run. I can't figure out the movement. The play art is crappy. A+ for effort. This game is years away from being able to be a real option. So we'll watch this really quick, see what their update is, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. 2:18, so not very long.
Hey, Maximum Football fans. Luke here, back with a brand new look behind the curtain at what the team's been working on in Maximum Football.
Again, kudos for giving us something. This ain't it, brothers and sisters in Christ.
It's been about a month since we launched on PlayStation 5, and we've already seen new teams hit the field, new MPL records, and a ton of fresh faces in the...
I also feel like College Football 26 is enough of a second job for me, and I don't want to do all the things that game does. So until they give us like an NFL style franchise mode in this, doing like a franchise right now, what they have of like the recruiting is, I just have no interest in that personally.
Community. So first off, thank you. Seriously, your support and feedback through this first month of 1.0 means the world. But let's dive into what's coming next.
I agree, Maniac. This could be a fun coach mode. I've yet to get coach mode to work, like with another user and give it a try and see what it plays like. But give me a coach franchise mode, NFL style, or even Canadian football. Like I'm fine with that, XFL, like whatever. I just don't want to do a coach mode in college. I just don't want to do all the recruiting.
First up, a brand new offensive play calling system. We're reworking how the CPU calls.
See, like those fast, like no momentum, like I don't know, it just feels more arcadey than what I'm so used to college football and Madden.
Plays to make things way more dynamic and smarter. Previously, the CPU used rigid condition-based logic. Now, it uses feature-based scoring, evaluating plays by expected yardage, complexity, and more.
The leather helmet's kind of legit. Like that's cool. Like it would be neat. I don't even know how we do it, but like some kind of, throwback game or something. That would be sort of a neat tournament to have.
It also reads the game situation, so things like 2-minute drills or third and short will feel a lot more realistic. We've also been tuning player locomotion to make...
So they're trying, right? They're tweaking it. I think it's years away.
Make everything feel smoother and more responsive. You'll notice better transition between speeds, like...
Okay, that transition looks better. That excites me a little bit.
Seeing players naturally lengthen their stride as they accelerate. We've also fixed that weird pause after...
Again, the way the quarterback drops back, it's such a little thing, but it takes me out of it immediately. The standard for games is so much higher today. If this came out like 2000, we'd be freaking out, right? But it's not 2000.
After screen passes, now receivers can catch the ball and immediately turn upfield, just like they should. We're still hammering away at blocking.
I also feel like running in this game is like a crapshoot. Like, good luck. Figure it out.
We've already made big improvements in the run game and on special teams, but now we're tightening up pass protection. Linemen will now maintain the wall, meaning fewer weird gaps and better pocket integrity. They're smarter about who to block and more aware.
Oh, I'm breaking a controller on that play. What are we doing? What are we doing on that play? No, that's not a highlight. I get they were letting that play out to show the offensive line blocking, but I'm punching a cat.
Of where the quarterback actually is. There's a lot more to come in this update, with bug fixes and smaller gameplay improvements, and it drops at the end of July.
What a grab.
We're excited to keep evolving Maximum Football and appreciate all of you who are along
So
for
next
the
week
ride.
sometime, that snows
If you
too
haven't
much.
already,
listen, that's up to your ankles,
drop your
calves.
feedback in the
That's too
Discord
much.
and let us know what you want to
I
see
do
next.
think they're very connected to their community, though. And again, love what they're working on. Maybe we can figure out a coach thing with this game. It's free, right? Like there could be some fun things, but nobody in the OMFL has really gotten into it. I think me and Pooty and Maniac, maybe like a few of us have diddle-daddled with it, but that's about it. So that's what's coming out. New locomotion does look good. It looks better. Player transitions look better. It just looks a little bit more realistic over here. So I'm looking forward to that dropping. All right. Battlefield 6 is going to be coming out. The rumors are sometime October, November, somewhere in there. Pooty was on a rant today. He was texting me up a storm about how much he hates EA. I didn't even respond. I didn't even have it in me to respond. I get it. If you don't like EA, don't like EA, whatever. But supposedly the Battle Royale, which is about the only portion of this game I'm interested in, is not coming out till months later. So a couple of comments are, this trailer was epic. It was really good. This is not gameplay. This is like a cinematic is the word I'm looking for, a thing. But if you watch this live, bro, the creativity of the countdown scene was amazing. Like kudos. Hold on, we got it. Do we have a celebrate? We got to get a clap. We got to get something. We don't have it. I'm going to add that though, but it was the countdown for this, which is not on this video, was chef's kiss, just perfection, bled right into the actual. So we'll watch it. We'll pause through it. I get tired really quickly of arena style shooters, like shoot, die, respawn, shoot, die, respawn. So I get tired of these games pretty quickly. I feel like there's no communication, there's no strategy. You're just like shooting, dying, respawning, shooting, dying, respawning. And then when you put 100 people on each team, I just get really bored really, really quickly of these games. But the Battle Royale that they had called Firestorm a couple years ago was really, really good. And so it has the potential to create a really good Battle Royale, and they are coming out with one. I'm fine if it comes out a month or two after. It is what it is. But Pooty was not happy about it.
My fellow citizens, my fellow.
This is what this game is all about, right? The destruction, the absolute carnage that could happen around you. You never know what's going to happen. I personally didn't mind the weather systems that they had in 2042 with the tornado and the rocket launch. Like those are really great, but like I think I played it for 3 months and then deleted it. It's not even on my PlayStation anymore. I just got tired of it really quickly.
We will prevail.
I also don't play campaigns. I don't know if you guys are into campaigns. They could have a really good campaign. I'm not into them.
We're ready, Mr. President.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history.
It is a really good trailer, though. You got to give it to them.
With this monstrous, unprovoked attack.
If they can, I know this is cinematic or whatever, but like this all looks really, really good.
No country is safe from their reach.
I also really like that this will only be on the newer consoles. But you can see, again, this is what Battlefield's known for. This helicopter flies all the way through this building. It's just crazy. Yeah, I never played Medal of Honor, but a lot of people are going back. Like, I think today, Dr. Disrespect's like playing Medal of Honor. I think yesterday, Viz or one of those guys were playing it. Some great games.
For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you.
I mean, look at this. We got a helicopter hanging out of a building. We got the bridge on fire. We got 2 buildings collapsing. A helicopter's trying to fly through this. Like, this is what these games are known for. I do think this is like turning the volume up to 10 on it. It never gets quite this crazy when you're playing them.
For the Pax Armada mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
Let's get to work.
I'm your masters of war.
Again, what a good freaking trailer. Like, if this were a movie, I'd be like, sign me up. When's this thing dropping? I'm there. This looks like it might be from a map for the Battle Royale with not only the planes, but you're going to see players diving down here in a second. Just, again, chef's kiss, man. Whoever created this, give them a raise. Look at that. Like the whole dam or bridge or whatever that is just collapsing. I mean, that's craziness.
30 seconds.
I mean, just everything around you. They had that in Firestorm, which was really cool. There's this great thing of like, there's another team hunkered down in some buildings and you can shoot missiles, blow up the buildings around them. And it's like, all right, where are you going to hide now?
Move fast. Move decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
That'd be cool if there was some kind of like night mode battle royale. I feel like a couple battle royals have tried to do that, but nothing like, you know, having night vision like this and playing a game strategically with that.
Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
And I hope that you die.
I mean, look at that. I think this does get a little gimmicky, right? Like the rocket in the other games, but it's great for the first, month.
And your death will come soon.
Now, that was kind of cool. That I would assume that's going to be campaign. But could you imagine trying to run through a building that's on fire and collapsing around you in a battle royale or something like that? It would be pretty epic.
Come soon. I'll follow your casket.
That looks like this is from a battle royale, possibly. That's crazy.
Ready to target for the F-61.
That's Did you guys play the campaign of these older games? I don't know who these characters are, so I don't know if these are from some of their old campaigns. This looks like the drop-in from, their battle royale. So this looks like a couple of different maps. Hopefully we have a couple different map options. I'm sick of playing like Warzone the same map over and over. PUBG, we get a couple of options, but it takes time. Look at that. That's crazy. All right, so July 31st is when they're going to drop it. 6.5 million views. This thing premiered yesterday. 6.5 million views. And then only 414K upvotes, which is surprising. I thought that they did a superb job on the reveal. This kind of stuff makes me laugh. No pre-orders. I'm sorry. It doesn't hurt people. This is not the old days. Everything's digital. It just doesn't bother them at all. That's funny. Yeah. They did an awesome job. I don't even know how many of these are actually real comments, so who knows. Yeah, look, especially for PUBG, you just get used to it. I agree with you. The graphics are terrible, but the gameplay is still the best out there. It's still by far the best battle royale. It's the purest, excuse me, most realistic form of a battle royale. And so, to me, it's still the best one out there. I've missed playing this week. It's a ton of fun, especially when you get a good group who's strategically trying to play. I think with the Battlefield games, I get personally bored of doing the same things kind of over and over with the big groups. So we'll see. That's it. There's not a lot of news out there. We need some more news. We need some more games. We need a lot of new stuff. I wanted to do a rewatch of the news that broke a couple of weeks ago, and I just never got a chance to, about EA getting the license from the NFL again. I think it is what it is, you know. It's going to be what it is, and I'm ready to start playing some games again, some consistent games, so I can hate football and hate my life once again. It'll be fun to be able to do that again. And hopefully tonight I can play some shooters. And again, that group was large last night, and there just was never a spot. And I tried to like play a game and hang out in the chat so I could at least chitty chat, but like watching me play a game separate from a chat who's talking to themselves is unwatchable. Like I can't even do it myself. So that's why I didn't stay in the chat very long. Yeah, Florida LSU is going to be a great game. We'll see, man. I like Florida's coach. I don't see him surviving this season. Maybe he shocks us all. LSU should be really good. If not, we're in trouble, because it's going to be another 2 years before we compete, as we are going to lose a lot. Linebackers, receivers, quarterback, the biggest. They should have a really good offensive line for the next couple of years, though. It should be a lot of fun. So that's it. Pretty short on the news here. A little 30 minutes in and out. I'm going to come back, though. I'm going to go grab a quick bite to eat and then stream a game. Bird said he might be around. He's in the chat. So, Bird, I don't know if you want to play a little NCAA. I know it plays so much more different online than it does in a franchise, but give us something to play. And then Pooty said he was going to be around sometime in the next hour. So maybe we could play a little bit with Bird, play a little bit with Pooty, and then maybe come back tonight. Again, it's been pretty quiet. There's been no spot for me here this entire week. So I haven't really been able to do a whole lot. I did a Road to Glory last night. It was fun. Nobody wants to watch it, so we'll see. If you guys want to come hang out whenever there isn't a spot for me, I'll do Road to the Glory and come hang out with me and make fun of my player that I got. No, they don't. No, they don't. Oh, okay. No problem. I get it. Nobody wants to play with me. It is what it is. Tonight, I'm also hoping that we can come out with our record holders for Madden 25. I drew a blank there. So Madden 25, I can do that. And no, a spot can't always be made. Number one, again, I avoid going in there when it's full, because then guys say, it's my last game. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. I popped in last night because you were in there, but then you immediately left, and I tried to hang out, but I'm playing NCAA. The guys are talking to themselves about PUBG. It just felt weird, so I left, and I popped back in just to say hello to you guys before I left. So maybe my PUBG days are over, and I need to uninstall that game too and find some solo games to play. But I get tired with solo games, so maybe my gaming career is coming to an end here. I'm going to have to find something else to do. So I'm going to grab a bite to eat, fire back up. We'll play some Road to Glory. Maybe Pooty pops in. I don't even know. I don't know. We'll see. So we'll figure it out, because he really wants to play OTG, and that game gives me a stroke. I'm terrible at it, and I feel like my brain is literally going to explode with all the noises, all the things that are going on in that game. So we'll see how that goes. Guys, I love you. Come hang out with me. And, well, because I knew Pooty was around. So everybody wants to play with Pooty. The honest truth, no one wants to kick it with me. So I'm not going to take the spot that Pooty then is going to avoid doing the whole chat. This is like, no, just play with Pooty, and if another spot comes open, I'll jump in there. But then Kevin jumped in, and then I was like, okay, what's going on? Anyway, doesn't matter. Woe is me. It's fine. I will find something else to play. So I'm going to take a quick bite to eat. We'll come back, and I will do some Road to Glory until somebody else shows up to do something for a little bit. I've got till 3:30 Central Time, and then I got to go for a bit, and then we'll be back tonight. So I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those around you. Thanks for hanging out with some news. Let me know what you think about these games. What do you think about Maximum Football? Have you even tried it? Do you mind the moves or the locomotion or the play calling or any of that? And then, are you enjoying college football? It feels like the most lackadaisical energy for a game that I feel like is pretty good. I mean, they've added a lot of stuff to it. I don't know why the energy for that game is pretty low. And then what do you think about Battlefield 6? Are you excited for that? I need a new game. We need a new game. Guys, I'll be back in just a little bit. We'll see.
Smash that like and subscribe.